faces in the mirror. Lost souls searching for a savior. In a world gone mad and toxic waste, I rise up from the shattered place. Jagged edges cutting through the smoke. Words like knives ain't some kind of joke. Revolution starts with broken chains. I'm the storm in your hurricane. I'm the new cult of personality. Break the system, bring your sanity. Raging fire, burn the old decree. In the chaos, you'll be following me. Mystic whispers echo through the halls. Old gods tremble, walls will fall. In the ashes lies the prophecy. Scars and power all inside of me. Rusty bridges fracture in the night. Desperate hands reaching for the light. I'm the message carved into your skin. Where the end is where we all begin. I'm the new cult of personality. Break the system, bring your sanity. Raging fire, burn the old decree. In the chaos, you'll be following me.
Welcome to Random Nonsense. All opinions expressed on this show don't always reflect the beliefs of the people on this show. There will be some adult themes and references. We are all adults. If you are young, ask an adult for permission before watching. And remember, it's all for fun. JJ.
And welcome. It is Thursday. We are actually here on time this week. Everything seems to be working just fine. If we do get stuck a bit or we lag or freeze or anything like that on your end, just know that the weather here is getting kind of gloomy outside. So our Wi-Fi might be in and out a little bit, but we should be fine. Like, it seems to be fine. I'm watching it on my phone. Everything seems to be loading good. So if anything does happen, you understand why now. But it is Thursday. We are here to do our last live before we fly out to Arkansas to finally film this motherfucking movie this week. And so the next time we're live will be at the wrap party when I still don't know what's going to happen. So you will be, what happens there will be the first time we know about it, because it'll be happening at that current moment in time.
I feel much taller now. I'm sorry.
No,
I
it
didn't mean to
works.
cut in. I was like, oh, wait, why am I so low?
Oh, just be careful. That chair does think after a little bit. That's why I switched to this one.
Oh, fair enough.
Like the lift still works, but like after like an hour or so, it just starts slowly thinking.
That's
back
okay.
down.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut in on you there, buddy.
No, you're fine. But figured we'd come in, do what we do every week, and entertain everyone, have a good time before we sweat like fat little piggies and film a movie. Which, weirdly enough, like I brought it up to you today, like, I'm not that nervous. I'm actually more comfortable now being in front of this camera than I used to be.
Yeah.
So knowing I have to do the same thing just on another level, I'm very like, all right, cool. Let's fucking do this.
Yeah, and performing in front of people, that's cool. I've made porn before.
So have I.
There you go. See?
Sticky Toes 69.
no, that's Spaghetti Toes. 69.
I know. Well, it can't
Oh,
be your name. I gotta have my own. It's Sticky Toes 69.
Sticky Toes 69. Okay, I love it. Follow them on OnlyFans.
Right. But I figured we would just have a chat today. Didn't really have any plans. Figured between everything we got to get done between now and tomorrow before we fly out on Saturday, be more fun just to bullshit with everybody. So that's what we're gonna do today. It's just bullshit.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it the other day. So I used to be a very, very big conspiracy theorist. Like, I went down rabbit hole after rabbit hole after rabbit hole on all these different things. There was this one that I was a really big fan of back then. It was called The Gray State. It was basically about how the government was trying to control the country, make us a police state, put certain people behind bars that they didn't agree with what they were doing or anything like that. And at the time, it was focused more on that's what the Democrats were doing. And now I just rewatched it for the first time in years, and I'm like, huh, the people who said this was going to happen blaming the other side looks a lot like what's going on right now. It just kind of hit me weird. So I figured that'd be a great part to jump from, because it's like, it's one of those things. We don't really go into this stuff here. We don't really discuss political nonsense here, because that's, that's not what we do here.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was an interesting parallel from the people who said this was going to happen 12, 15 years ago. But on one side are now the people kind of a part of it
that are doing it
now.
Yeah,
and it just strikes me kind of funny how
hypocrisy in the world and the government exists.
And how we just chase our own tail like over and over and over again.
Wouldn't know what to do with it if
I just do.
I was trying to give some Batman love there.
I know. I was finishing the line.
I don't remember much of it, so.
No, you're good.
Okay.
So Father's Day was last weekend.
Yes.
We had a great time. Well, I mean, I had to work, so I hope all the other fathers had a great time and whatnot. I did get some cool gifts. Danielle bought me the Tony Stark arc reactor up there for Father's Day.
Ding.
And she found me this super cool flask that says, with great power comes great responsibility. And then with my name in the front, which I don't think she understood that that's a total Spider-Man reference. And then with my name on it. So it's become like my new favorite thing. And I don't know what I want to do with it, but it is very cool. And I'm very excited about it.
You should fill it with holy water.
I was actually thinking about bringing it for the shoot. I thought that might be a fun thing.
Bring it.
I was going to. Well, I got to start making a list for what I need to bring.
Yeah, I do the same thing when I get home. Yeah. I might even throw my laundry tonight and get that done.
Being gone for a week and having to make sure I have enough clothes to get me through the week, plus costumes, tripods, tablets, chargers, extra lights. I got to bring that one. And then I think I have another battery powered one I'm going to throw in the bag just in case, because I know that one will clip right on my phone on the little handheld thing I have back there. Have I ever showed you the little handheld thing?
Yes it's
okay.
Wicked fucking cool, actually.
So it's basically like got two little handles, and it opens from one end, and my phone slips right in, locks in place, and so you can.
It's almost like a gimbal, but not really a gimbal. Yeah,
and it's nice for someone whose hand does this like on a daily basis, because when you're holding it like this, it doesn't shake. So
yeah,
I'm very, very excited to actually get to use this out and try it, because that's the main reason I bought it was for the movie. So I'm like, we'll see how this goes. Maybe I'll use it for more things afterwards.
Toy shots and stuff are like weeping.
Well, that's a part of one of the things I'm really hoping that doing this movie will restart that energy in me, because when I first started this, I was doing new toy photos almost every day, like whether I went outside or they were in here. And I noticed the last year or so, it's like one every couple of months I'll throw out. And I'm just like, I used to do this every day. And as you can see in the room we're sitting in, there's a lot of new stuff in here that I haven't even like done anything with yet. It's just been shelved.
Literally.
I'll get it. I'll open up the package and it goes right on the wall. Oh. Although I did do a really cool unboxing video with my Adam Warlock and my Blanca the other day.
That was really good.
Go check that out. It's, click the random nonsense link. It'll bring you to my channel. It's right there. Also, if you're really big into card breaking and all that, our friend Marty started his own card breaking channel on YouTube, which is also linked in the description below. So if you're really into that or know someone who is, send them that way. So help my friend out and boost his numbers.
He does that on YouTube?
TikTok. So I added the link down below.
Gotcha.
I told Alden my wood when he sent it to us.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Well, he's our boy. We got to help him out.
You got to bring up the fam, dude.
I don't know if we're going to be back tomorrow for Tom and Amy.
There is no show tomorrow.
Did they finally say that they were doing something? Because I know they said they would let us know last week when we did the show.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard anything yet.
Well, that's what I mean. So I'm assuming they're probably helping Mom move?
I would assume
right?
so. Yeah.
Mom?
I'll check with them.
So yeah, so I don't know. We may or may not be here. So I was thinking we should sprinkle some of these around the airports and stuff while we're going, but like write down like the link on the back, like where to go to check out the content.
Yeah, because like, the QR,
like for your channel or my channel, like leave them in the bathroom or leave them sitting on the seat and see if anyone grabs up the steam. And it'll be a good use for these because I still have a shit ton.
I have a bunch of mine,
so
in my backpack.
It might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Try to get a little extra
marketing.
Exactly, doesn't hurt to help.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we did finally get to do a show last week. It wasn't until like 7 o'clock at night. And of course, you were busy. You were home. You were enjoying the rest of your night. But we did have Haley and MJ on last week, and we had a really good time actually. So when we first started doing this, and even when I first started doing Tom and Amy, I used to rewatch the show right after we got done. And now that I've been doing my own channel, I haven't gone back and rewatched an episode since probably the fifth or sixth one was the last time I sat through an episode right after the show. So I've been making it a point at least once a night to go back through one we did with Tom and Amy, or one we've done together, or one I've done with Haley. And it's fun looking back at these and seeing the cast has changed. Like everyone that's been on the show is different, other than you and me, of course. We've been here since Jump Street. But it's funny to see how much we really haven't changed, but have changed in some ways. Like we still just randomly talk. There's really no rhyme or reason to what we're doing. But we cut out a lot of the more inappropriate jokes and things that probably would get us flagged by most people now, and made it more of a fun. I don't.
It's a family show.
Well, I was gonna say I don't want to use the word wholesome because we do swear a lot. We do drink a few beers and whatnot. So I don't want to say it's wholesome or family, but it's definitely something anyone who will try to look for a way to escape everyday life could easily get behind and enjoy themselves for an hour and just laugh at two dumbasses having a dumb chat about whatever the fuck we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you can't understand that, I'm wearing a Powerpuff Girls shirt and a Ninja Turtles hat. He's wearing an Infinite Annihilator hat, and I don't know what movie
it's from Lucio Fulci's Zombie 2. It's a Fright Rag shirt.
Oh, speaking of which, it's funny you brought that up. I was thinking about that last night. So I watched parts of the first episode, but like I actually sat down last night and like watched the entire episode. And we got talking about your shirts because that was the time I didn't know how to make it go live on Facebook. So there's like a 10-minute block of me just doing this, like trying to get it live on Facebook. Because at that point it was just us three talking and no one else could see it.
Yeah.
And you and Danny were talking about your shirt, and you're like, yeah, I get it from Fright Rags, and I know the guy. And I was like, Ben Scribbins? I know Ben Scribbins. And I got so excited knowing like how far we've come from that episode where I'm like, I get that joke now. I know that guy. Yeah. We've talked with that guy before.
Yeah, Scrivster was actually one of the people that loved the post. Was one of the 50.
Oh, nice.
That was all there.
That is very
cool. He's a good. Yeah, we've come a long way, man. Come a long way. But still rocking the same nerdy gear though. But that's okay.
Hey, it's comfortable.
It is.
And it's who we are. Like
basically,
it's no point in changing.
Yeah, it's kind of who we are. Yeah. So I remember one of the first things I think Jimmy and Travis told us, which made me feel really good, was they said that we were like a couple of like the last real people on YouTube, which that was a huge compliment to me. Because like I never tried to be anybody else.
No,
you know
I get that.
I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's obviously like a little bit of performing for the camera, but at the core, we're still just us. That's how we are. You know.
Well, I know we've said it a few times on the show. Like what you see here is what you get on an everyday basis.
Pretty
we
much,
just amp it up a bit more when we're on camera. But basically, the banter that we do, the chats that we do, like we could record an entire show before the show and let you watch it. And it's basically
the same thing.
Like it really doesn't change much. Like it's basically us doing this exact same thing.
Yeah.
Or watching stupid shit on YouTube and reacting to it, which we still need to get to do.
We'll worry about that once we get back.
After the movie, we'll
work on
iron out those little details.
Yes.
Doing that once a week.
I agree. I think that would be a lot of fun.
So on top of that, I rewatched the other night. I sent it in the group chat with Tom and Amy and everybody. I rewatched my first time on camera with you guys doing the Freemason show. And it's funny, the amount I stuttered in that episode compared to anything I do now. Like it's still there, but like it felt like in that one, like I was so nervous. And you could tell
it was
like every other line I would be like da, 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 and get stuck on it.
Thank you, Pam. That's very sweet of you.
Appreciate you, Mom. And it's funny to me because even back then, Tom was going through the comments and he had a comment from OG-san talking about what we were talking about. I'm like, if you really think about it, OG-san's been down since day one. Like,
he's been there.
It's crazy.
You know, I've known him for years because we ran in the same Spice circle.
Yeah.
I was more familiar with him than Travis, although I was aware of who Travis was because we had a lot of the same
followers.
Yeah, same friends that did YouTube together.
Yeah.
So there was it was kind of like a social circle basically,
which makes sense.
And and I remember Oji-san started coming on Tom and Amy's show like probably around not too long after I started on it. And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, yo, Oji-san. Then he switched to Jimmy's random content. I can't even talk.
Yep.
And then, him and Travis came together at some point, and it's like one big silly little family.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
It's weird the amount of people we've met through YouTube doing this. Like just the joke about Ben Scribbins. Because we knew Ben Scribbins, which got us then in contact.
Scribbins.
Oh, Scribbins?
Yeah, Scribbins.
My bad.
No, it's easy to go to the B. I used to do it too, and I'm like, it's Scribbins.
I'm sorry, Ben.
Plus, Scribbins sounds fun.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Scribbins. How you doing? but yeah, so
no, you're good. So because of him, we got introduced to the director of Blood Fart Lake.
Yep.
And got to do a show with him.
Yep.
And then through that, not through that circle, but within all the other circles, we got to meet so many other people, so many other not famous. Well, I guess they're famous people.
Some famous people, man.
So it's crazy when you think about like all the guests we've had either here or on Tom and Amy or on your channel, like from a thing we started as something small where like even to this day, like out of all of you, I'm still the smallest channel, but the amount of like experiences that we've had either here, your show, or their show is crazy to think about how much we've done.
And a lot of content too, if you think about it. You know what I mean? And I've always said this, that doing YouTube was the best thing I ever could do. It was the best thing I ever started doing. Because I met so many cool fucking people. Yeah. And especially like Tom and Amy. I've never had a pen pal. You know what I mean? I've never had a friend, and and now I'm good friends with these people that live overseas. And then you come in and just all fell together.
Yeah, and it's weird because it kind of all came together at the right time. Like, because like we've talked about it, and we've talked about it on the show before. And I've always been on the fence about doing this. This is something I've always wanted to like stick my toe in the water and try the whole thing out. And it's funny how it all kind of comes full circle and everything. Mm-hmm. That the decision of me doing that one show has led to all the cool interviews we've had, all the cool shows we've had. And then to doing shows with Tom and Amy once a week on or once a month on my channel and once a month on your channel, to Jimmy and Travis, and now us going to film a movie. Like it, and like I've said 1,000 times before, I always feel like everything happens for a reason.
Absolutely.
And that's one of those things, like I'm very grateful every day for everything that we've gone through.
Me too.
Like 100%. It's funny how one little decision changed everything.
Yeah, it's like the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's change one thing, change everything, And I agree. I think it's, and there's a lot of people that haven't had the opportunities like we have to meet, a lot of people like this. There's a lot of people that just do YouTube and they don't, and they give it their all. I love small channels.
Yeah.
I mean, I like big channels, but I love small channels.
Yeah.
Because they're trying. And, they might not be monetized and stuff like that, but, give them some love. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I do that all the time. If I'm just, not to cut you off real quick.
No, not at all.
If I'm scrolling through YouTube and I see like a thing post and I'll look at it, had like one view or whatnot, I'll
watch that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. And in those cases, I'll usually like it and like leave a comment or something. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like the one I sent you about that one guy who was doing a toy unboxing video. He had 5 views. I think he had 40 followers. And I was just like, all right, randomly click it. I watched it. I'm like, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It was fun for me because I was always nervous to do this because of my speech problem. And the guy that I'm referring to has Down syndrome. And he crushed it. He was entertaining. He was fun to watch. And I'm like, and I've reached out to him like, dude, I'd love to have you on the show. Like, just talk about toys with me. Like, I think that'd be a great time. He's never gotten back to me, which is fine. Not a huge deal.
But still, that's really, even just the offer and even the like and the comment probably made his day. You know what I mean? Because that's, somebody watches your stuff, you'll get a couple views or something. Maybe you won't get any likes or any comments and stuff. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, you're always rolling the dice on stuff. And a lot of the problem is a lot of the major channels, YouTube is not what it used to be. YouTube's changed, man.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely.
Even since I started doing it, and it's gotten a lot of these bigger channels just kind of bury the little guy, whereas YouTube was started out to be like the little guy's place. That's why it's called YouTube. Mm-hmm. If you have a camera and a mic, you could have your own TV show, basically, that the world can have access to. You know what I mean? I think that's crazy, man.
No, and for me, like, the decision was always to go on YouTube, because that's where, like, not I spend most of my time watching. Like, I'm not one of those people. I don't watch a lot of like normal movies or TV. Like, if I do, it's like something me and Danielle are doing, but most of the time I'm on YouTube.
Me too, same, yeah.
So it was fun for me to like be able to put more content on there and be a part of it, even if I'm just a very small like pin drop in the cog. It's very nice to know that I'm not the only one trying to chase a dream, doing the same thing every day. Like,
dude,
this is what I want to do, so this is what I do.
And more importantly, you're not doing it for the money. You're doing it out of the love of the game. You know what I mean? So we're not monetized or anything like that. You know what I mean?
And that is also, I mean, that is the ultimate dream one day, to actually get paid to do this.
Sure.
Where this could be my job, because I would love to do this, like actually interview other people, whatnot. That's why I talked about maybe redoing the room, getting a couple couches in here or a couple chairs, and like being able to like actually do like a sit down interview with people. I think that would be a really fun dynamic to add to the show. Like, do something different. So I got
to reach out to Pete. I just realized I haven't heard from him in a while.
Definitely got to reach out.
Hope he's okay.
He's definitely one I'd want to have on the show once I get the room resituated.
Reach out to him.
But that would require more shelving around the room to get rid of all the bookcases and all the other shit. Because there's the one behind Hefty. Then there's my cabinet where I keep my sunglasses and all my props and whatever else nonsense I don't have room for. Then another bookcase. Then I have an end table, which I use for storage, pictures. The small little white thing in the bottom is my bin of multiple toys that I've bought and is either broken and I've had to replace, or parts and pieces of other toys I've been meaning to put together to make other toys. Then another bookshelf, and then another bookshelf, and then some milk crates. So basically everything behind me has a purpose for something. But if you actually went to go through it and look, those are 2 5-shelf bookcases. That's a 3-shelf. And then the thing behind him has 6 different... No, wait. 3, 4, 9. It has 9 different shelves on it. One has my PlayStation 4, and the others have my movies and other random toys I didn't know where else to put. So, like, it would require a lot of shelving around the room to be able to get everything out from there to move it where we'd actually have room to actually do that. So that is the ultimate goal. But what I think would be cool is if I could get shelving all the way around like the top part and just start here and work my way around and just fill it.
That would be awesome.
And then the cats couldn't get to it anymore. So I wouldn't be coming in here finding toys on the floor.
All the jumpers.
Yes.
The leapers. Yeah.
And I'm just like, why are cats? Why are you in here? And then there's a Jackson. I think he would enjoy it more if we had a couch, because I feel like he'd lay on the couch.
He'd be all over that, yeah.
He'd be like, nope, that's
he'd be the couch puppers. What are you doing, you weird dog?
But no, for such a small area, I've definitely maximized the space.
You absolutely have.
As much as I possibly could, I maximized all the space.
I mean, it's funny because it's the same amount of stuff. It's just moved around. And it just feels better.
Actually, I think I have to do it this way. Give me just a second. Oh,
sure.
Let me load this in. All right. Well, that's loading. So if you've never watched the first episode, I took a picture of when I was watching it last night. And I brought it up to Hefty when he got here. So in that episode, I'm basically sitting in the exact same spot I was then. So in the first episode to now, I've rearranged the room that much. I've ended back where we started. So I was going to show you a picture of what the den looked like back when all of this started. And I think the contrast of that is insanely different to where we are now.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
It is a little wild, man.
Oh, look. It's a Harley.
Aww.
And an Emma. And a Power Ranger.
And there's some stairs. Oh, that's not stairs.
Alrighty. There it goes. And let me bring it up real quick. Present arms.
About face.
So for me, it's funny to think that that's what the den used to look like. Like the very first episode we did, how empty it was. So like I had a coffee table here, and then there was an old over the over every fridge you always have that
the cupboard. Yeah.
So when my mom got a new fridge, we had to take hers out of the wall because the fridge was too tall, and she was gonna chuck it. I'm like, I'll take it. It's kind of cool. It was nifty. So nifty. I love that word.
I was just gonna say, did you say nifty? Hell yeah.
Nifty.
All right.
So it's just like the cupboard. So I took off the doors. You had the little split in between. So I had like 2 different compartments in it. And I used to use that for toy photos. Like one side had like wallpaper, not wallpaper, but
I
like
get
stuff
you, like
I printed out,
yeah.
taped it to the wall so I could do different shots in it. And the other side was for shelving. And then it had the entire top part. So I had toys on that. So if you really think about it, there's stuff in the window, stuff here, and stuff there. That was the entire collection at the time.
Yeah.
Like that was it. And it's crazy to think how far I've come, but yet how much more space it feels like I have now
with all the stuff. Yeah,
it's just weird to me.
Yeah, I agree. Pam says Rick had the opportunity to meet Michael Martin Murphy at Hillsborough Cafe in New Mexico. If he was there a week earlier, he would have met Robert Redford. That's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome, actually. So there's this new movie coming out called Eagleton, I think.
Okay.
I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong. But it stars Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal.
Oh, the one that we were watching the other day.
Yeah, the trailer showed
it. Okay.
And for me, I don't know much about the movie. Like, I don't get where it's going. But for me, it's fun because it was filmed in the town I lived in out west. And you can see, like, the grocery store in some of the shots. You can see the bank to the side. And it's funny because I want to watch it just because I want to see where they film in town to see how many places I've either been to, I know where they are or whatnot. So for me, that's like just interesting to see. And, and I don't know why, but
because it's cool. It's like your old stomping grounds. You're like, I know where that is. I know what used to be over there.
I mean, that's what I did do for the trailer.
Yeah, well, yes, exactly. But it's also neat to see what they do with the set dressing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what something looks like. It's like, that's not supposed to be like
exactly.
They built that, or like, that's a little bit different. So I get it. I absolutely understand the allure.
Like,
if they filmed like some shit in Clifton Park, I'd be like, I know where that is. I know where that is. I know where that is.
We'd be going to sit there and watch it and try to get to be
probably
extras
on
set.
Oh, yeah.
But like, and there was one shot in the trailer where they were standing, and I told you, like, if you went behind that building, my old apartment building was right behind there. No, you're fine.
I'm not actually tired. I don't know why I can't stop yawning.
That was me the other day, remember?
Oh, yeah.
I was doing the same thing. Maybe because we're talking a lot and our brains are kicking out juice.
Probably, yeah. And just sleep is my favorite thing, too. Besides you.
We's going to bunk together for the movie.
Yep, you, me, and Tucker, buddy. My little toothless potato.
I call top bunk.
All right. Wait, they're air mattresses. How's this going to work?
I lay it on top of you, then I climb on top of the air mattress.
Duh. Okay. That's...
I mean, how did you not think about this beforehand?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Like, I wait for you to lay down in bed, then I flop the air bed on top of you, and then I climb on top of the air bed.
And then, but you get Tucker on top, right? Because you don't want to get smushed.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
Or he can lay down on the floor next to us. That way we can both
pet him. All right. I'm going to smack your hand away from him. Get away from Tucker.
We have so many pets to give when we get there.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of love.
Does Jimmy still have the puppies, or did he finally give them away?
I think they got rid of them.
Oh, good for him then.
No, I think they got rid of them.
Like ended them?
No, I'm just playing.
Like, don't tell me that.
Like,
Jimmy would never.
I'm sorry.
Jimmy would never.
No, Jimmy would never do that. No, that man. Did you hear about his? So, if I may,
yeah, go ahead.
Just real quick. So, our buddy Jimmy, you've known him, you've seen him on the show a couple times. He did his first Comic-Con last weekend and
crushed it.
My buddy. Not only did he crush it, but there was this woman who came with her like real young son and daughter, and the son and daughter fell in love with the Wolverine and one of the other prints that Jimmy had. Well, these prints go for $80. They're like on a nice cam. I mean, they're totally worth it. Absolutely worth it. Don't get me wrong.
They're called his doll series, so they look like my Michael Myers up there.
Yeah,
there.
Right. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah, right there. So basically, it was a Wolverine and a Batman. And that kind of style. So it looks like they're small little dolls.
I actually kind of like that angle better. There's a lot more headroom.
I do too.
See a lot of that stuff. All right,
I do too.
Remember that. But so, they fell in love with it. And at the end of he was talking to the woman, and at the end of the Comic-Con, he like ran to find her and hunt her down and gave her kids the prince, which is just, what a sweet guy. Just what a really nice guy.
I mean, he sent me mine and yours. You got the Frank the
Yeah,
Bunny,
I
and I got the Michael Myers.
Yep.
And he signed both of them. And we didn't even know they were coming. He just texted me and said, you got mail coming in today, so look for it. And it came in, and I had no idea. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Cindy, we were just talking about how awesome Jimmy is and how sweet he is with his Comic-Con gifting of the Batman and the
Wolverine.
Well, thank you. God damn, man. I can remember the first one.
You stroke, dude?
I might be. I don't know. I'm very scared. I smell burning toast. Yeah.
Burning toast.
But yeah, about how awesome Jimmy is and stuff like that. And Cindy, we'll see you in a couple days, which is wild to think about.
I love Cindy.
Yeah, she's great.
Like when we did when Jimmy did his art one the other day, it was me, Jimmy, Cindy, and Marcel. I had so much fun. I could not stop laughing through the whole thing. Like, they're such good people.
You would get a rain check on a hug. What?
She be invisible?
Wait a minute.
She John Cena? You can't see her?
Oh no.
Now I'm confused.
Me too. Oh no. Beanie is flying in tomorrow.
Oh, she'll get there before we do then. Because we don't leave till Saturday morning.
Yeah.
So she gets there before we do.
Beanie? Yeah. No, I'm confused why I won't see Cindy. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason. I'm sure that sucks, Cindy. I was really looking forward to it. I was really looking forward to meeting you. In real life, you know what I mean? And it sucks. You're missing out on a hell of a hug. Tell her, JJ.
Hefty gives the best hugs. He's like Olaf from Frozen.
Uh-huh.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wait. Whoa. Oh, no. Oh, shit, Cindy. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was like that.
Well, I hope our show is up trying to uplift your
ears
a little bit. That sucks. How do we not know about this?
I don't know, because we're bad friends. I'm sorry we're bad friends, Cindy. I blame me. It's my fault.
All right, fair enough. I'll take that.
Damn it. It's okay. Well, I hope you get better soon. Jesus, Cindy. Oh my God.
I hope you're okay. That's scary.
Well, I hope you're all right, and I hope you get better quickly, and I hope, man, much love to you, Cindy. Did Jimmy just send you a dick pic?
No.
That looks like
a wiener.
I blame Travis for not telling anyone.
Damn it, Travis.
Hey, that dude's got a lot on his plate. Why don't we just keep this on me?
Yeah, we'll blame you.
Let's just blame me. Sunday, not Saturday. Oh, man.
That still sucks, though, Cindy.
Yeah,
sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry. Be right back. I'm hitting you a lot this episode. I'm very abusive.
It's all right.
He's my best friend, but I keep smacking him.
It's abuse, and it's caught on camera.
It is.
Call the cops.
It's tough to talk with no tongue. Uh-huh.
Where's it going to be?
In my butt.
Oh. How would I know that's where it was going to be?
You want another one when I come back?
Yes, sir.
Got you, brother.
So, yeah.
Right, come on, stinky dog.
So, yeah, we're going to film a movie soon. There. I like the angle, but it was still a little too high, so that's better. But yeah, it's kind of sad that you won't be there. I was really excited to taste your hot balls. Those of you who don't know, Cindy was planning on making some very spicy little meatball things. I can't remember what she called them, but I was pumped to try them because I like to hurt myself, so that would be fun. That is true. At least it's not a cup check, because I might have done it back to him when he got up, so it would have been twice as funny, because we both would have been like that deep breath and going, why do we do this to each other? Yeah, I did some laundry today. I got a little bit more laundry to do tomorrow and finish my packing, get everything else I need all set to go. So that way we will be all ready for Saturday morning, because our flight leaves at 7. Excuse me. So we have to be at the airport by like 4:45, 5 a.m. So yeah, not looking forward to that, because I haven't been up that early since I switched jobs. So that's going to be a fun morning for me. Aw, that would be awesome. But you feel good and get back on your feet first. I can wait. It's not a huge deal. And I wanted to talk to you about Minecraft stuff because you're such a good builder in Minecraft. You could teach me things because I suck. I just knock down trees and build little forts because that's all I know how to do. I don't know how to work like the switch and the levers and all that. I just build little forts. I thought you would enjoy that. Thought you would enjoy that a lot. But yeah, so weirdly enough, this is my first movie ever. I've never done this before. I will have to tell him what you built. I'll wait and do that off camera. Nobody else needs to hear about these things. But yeah, so for someone who had a hard time just getting prepared to do this, and someone who's this comfortable about going to film a whole movie, it's very weird, very weird flip flop to how this started to where it's gone and still keeps going. So yeah, we should have a good time. I got a kick out of it. I'm sure he will. You have to send me the link for it again because I don't know if I still have the link. I think you sent it when we were doing the show with Jimmy. So I don't think I have the link for it still. So you have to send it to me so I can show it to him. Only the best Minecraft that way. Though I do have the Fallout package, or not package, but add-on for it. So I feel like that would make it more fun using all the Fallout skins with it. I think it would add some humor to your build. And I think I have the Frozen one too, because I bought it to play with my kiddo. So I think I have the Frozen one too. So there's always an element of fun somewhere in there. Let's see. What's the button I was looking for? I know what button I was looking for. Hold on. I'll show you guys something real quick. Let me close out of that so that's not up. So this is the timer for the movie. If you can see it, hopefully. It says we have 1 day, 9 hours, and 22 minutes till we land in Arkansas to start preparing and filming, hopefully, the best horror movie that people have seen in a long time. Because I really think that the idea we have, the concept we have, everyone involved is 100% involved on it. Like, me and Hefty were going over ideas I had for certain shots, this and that. I feel like what we're making is going to be special, and it's going to be something you're not expecting, but something that probably needs to happen in the horror genre as a whole. That I feel like this will find its niche and people will fall in love with this movie and it will go from there. But that's how I feel. And I feel like that's how Hefty feels, Travis feels, Jimmy, Beanie, Gabby, Todd, everyone involved. I feel like we're all thinking that this is going to be one of the best things that that any of us have done or will do for this kind of thing. So I'm very excited for all of this. Oh, Cindy.
Wait, but JJ, weren't you in ramming speed and you start as speed?
No, I went into plaid.
You went into plaid? I just got off the phone with Travis, so I got the whole lowdown on Cindy.
Oh, how's Travis doing?
As in his words, as good as he can be. So I told him we love him and that we got him. So
we do miss him in the chat. It would be nice.
He was mad. He totally forgot that it was Thursday. I was like, yeah, man, we're surprised you were first. I was like, it's not a big deal, dude. I was like, get your shit right. Get your shit tightened up, man. You know, we good.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
We'll be there.
We'll be there.
Days. Well, and like I just showed the countdown for it, we have 1 day, 9 hours, and at the time 22 minutes.
Yeah, there he is. Hey, there we go. Fearless fucking leader. Hell yeah.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
I actually have a gift for him and Jimmy. I got to remember to throw in my bag.
I got a gift for Travis. I got to find something for Jimmy. I don't know what I want to give him, but I know Travis knows what I'm giving him.
Well, I've got 2 things for Travis, so I might.
Smith and Wesson.
The gun show.
The gun show.
I actually have the gun show.
Yeah, that's not fair. I actually have the gun show on you.
I have the gun show.
Yeah, wild, man.
You forgot our beverages.
Oh, I totally did, didn't I?
What kind of co-host are you? So, you've been through Facebook the other day. Those of you who've seen the show when we talked to Jimmy, Jimmy's a big Wolverine fan. He's a big Conan the Barbarian fan. And I found this really cool picture. I don't know if I'm assuming somebody did it. I didn't look into who did it or whatnot, but it's Marvel's Sabretooth fighting Conan the Barbarian. And I sent it to him and he was just so excited. Like, he's like, oh, and it made me happy because I know my friends enough. I know what they're going to like and what they're not going to like. And even I was like, that's pretty fucking cool.
You're pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm decent. Jimmy says, can't stick around as picking up last minute shit for movie, but love you guys. We'll hit you all up in a little while. No worries, brother.
Keep the faith, baby. Keep the faith.
You be safe out there.
Yeah, man. Much love to Lucy and to Cindy. Got to pray for our ladies and
we're feeling under the weather.
Under the weather. I'm gonna hold you to that too, Cindy, for that rain check.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give it to Beanie to deliver it to you, but first of all, the tariffs on hefty hugs are fucking wild. Okay, then you got to figure interstate shipping. All right, there's like a carrying fee. There's so many other like fees that I haven't made up yet that go into that. But I feel something would get lost in translation, so I'll have to actually give you one myself. You know how it goes, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and what if Beanie doesn't want the hug? She can't really give it back. You know what I mean?
This is true.
So you know,
and that's a lot of weight to put on her, like carrying that hug back.
Group boop. We'll do what we can for you, there, pumpkin. Oh yeah. Boop. I know if I do it to Jimmy in that scene.
So wait, are we gonna just stand in a line and each of us just wrap our hand around the other person?
No, it'll be like the end of a little league game where you go by, like you have some people going this way and you have some people going this way. Instead of high-fiving a good game, you just boop, 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 and they boop us when we boop them. Actually, that's not a bad idea too.
I think the boop to Travis would be the most fun because he's just gonna give you that dumb.
No, you're gonna bite my finger off. I'm not gonna boop Travis. What are you, fucking crazy?
I'll test the water.
When I hug him, I'm gonna be like, please don't hit me. Please don't put a knife in my back. I think that's the way we're gonna have to go. Is we're gonna have to go little league line and just boop, boop, boop.
She says she's a hugger.
She's a hugger too. All right,
and then
cool.
Yes for the booping idea.
All right, good.
So excellent. I think we're on board with all.
We're on track. Hell yeah.
Nice. Look at us getting things together for the movie before the movie.
Yeah, I got a lot to do.
So speaking of movie, what is the one thing you're most excited about for the movie? Is it getting to the end of it, finally having it done and in the can, getting to meet everybody, getting to spend a week making a memory that only the handful of us there are going to be able to say that we have that memory?
I think a lot of it. I think getting there and just arriving in Arkansas, like at Jimmy and Marcedel's, and just being like, well, here we are. Like, this is wild, man. It's I'm very much looking forward to meeting everybody in real life. I'm looking forward to the whole experience. I mean, as much as I can with the heat and like the humidity, but
I mean, the heat
make it work.
Suck, but
we'll get through it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna bring some of those like core cooling icicles that you stick in your butt.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so you just shove it up your butt if you get too hot and it cools your core temperature down.
I like the sound.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna need help with mine, so.
Well, Sam's there. He's got you.
Come on, Tucker.
And one of the things I'm excited about, besides meeting everyone,
I was literally about to ask you too. Same question.
No, you're good. I assume that's where we're going to go.
Yes.
Like, I'm really excited to actually meet everyone and interact with everyone, and like, and I don't want to say put a face with the voice, but put a personality with the voice. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like being able to like feel everybody out, like get to meet them. But one of the things I'm most excited about is actually hang out with Sam, because I only met Sam that one time.
He's
and I told you, he reminds me of one of my friends that I have out west.
yeah.
And so I'm really excited just to interact with Sam, bounce back and forth with Sam, annoy Travis in some way. When
We'll get him
when I can't stutter.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Fair enough. I'm assuming speaking from experience.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to everything, man. From the first shot to the last shot, man. There's a couple of scenes that I'm really interested to see how these are going to go down. I'm looking forward to, like we were talking about earlier, getting a lot of behind the scenes shit just for, special features, or just for,
for me,
just for us. Yeah, you know what I mean?
And giggles.
I think me putting peanut butter on my wiener and then having Travis lick it off is probably a bit too much. Right? That's probably a bit too much.
Well, we've been canceled now.
Well,
so great for us. I expect that from Danny.
Really? Oh, shit. Sorry, Hatch. That one was for you, buddy. Haley, what's going on? Boy, I'm glad you showed up now and not a minute ago.
There's my kiddo.
Hooray.
With the most adorable grandson on the planet, Mr. MJ.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, and MJ. Much love to Matthias.
He a good boy.
He is. Damn, Cindy, you need to get better, sweetie. That sucks, man. And I know it sucks that the older you get, the harder it is to fucking overcome shit, dude. It's not like when we were younger.
Which is weird. You would think
body's breaking down, bro. It's not, we're not the young, spry little...
In the same aspect, you think you'd be more used to these things because you went through them before.
You'd think so. But it's like, I think it's like anything else. It's still, the older you get, the worse things get, No,
I get that. It makes sense. Which sucks, but I get it.
Yeah. But I mean, still, it's, it's not impossible, man. You know what I mean?
Jax is passed out asleep.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, 102.8 is not fun at all.
Ooh, wow. Damn. That is not good.
Ooh. I can't remember the last time I had a fever remotely even over 100.
That's not good, man. That's really not good. We got to get that down, Cindy.
That's unfortunately uncomfortable.
I guess we're not cool enough.
Was there a pun in there?
Probably, yeah.
Because I think I heard it.
There was absolutely a pun in there, yeah.
It's funny for me because sometimes you do more dad jokes than I do, and I'm the actual dad.
I know. Well,
you do more dad jokes than me,
bro. Yeah, man. I know you. I know you are, Cindy. I know, and it's not you. It's you. I believe in you, though. You're gonna beat the shit out of this thing. You're a tough cookie.
Haley says, "Oh my God, did you guys hear about the war?" I'm assuming we probably didn't.
No.
I'm probably assuming we didn't.
Why don't you fill us in, Haley?
It's the same link as last week if you want to hop on, child.
Yeah.
I find as I get older, I keep calling people at rangely around Haley's age and like to 25 kids.
Yeah.
And they just give me that blank look. I'm like, I have 3 children. You're still a kid to me. I'm sorry. Like, you are still very wet behind the ears. Yeah. So I don't mean it in a bad way. Like, if I call you kid, it means I kind of like you. So take it as
word. No,
like, I'm not like trying to be an asshole. Like, oh, you just some dumb kid. I'm like, no, you're just a kid, yo. Like, I don't mean anything bad.
You're younger than me, dude. You're a kid, and I get called young and a kid, and I'm like, I'm 46 fucking years old. But there's always somebody older than you that's gonna think, the same mindset. So it's like, all right, that's fair. I can't really bitch too much.
So, as you know, I switched jobs. I'm the exact same person no matter what job I work at. And I find out, and I was thinking about it the other day, when I talk to people, I don't know if it's my personality or my face, but for some reason, people have a weird way of like opening up to me about things. Like, okay. I got talking to this one lady. I cashed her out, and she was all set, and she was done. And she was like, "Can I tell you something?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. What's up?" She proceeds to tell me this whole story about how it's her birthday. Her son from California flew home that she didn't know. So when she went to her sister's house to do her birthday, her son was there and they like did karaoke. Like she went on this whole like 10-minute story about how it was the best birthday she ever had, this, that, and the other thing. And she leaves. I go back to work the next day. I have another conversation with a lady who goes through and tells me about her health issues, this, that, and the other thing. And I find it weird that people just randomly start telling me things about their life.
You're easy to talk to, and I think sometimes people just need to talk to somebody that has no dog in the race.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Whether it be good or bad, you know what I mean? The good ones that you want to share those experiences, but the bad ones, like I can tell you that's the same. So in retail, if you're good at it, and then this is what I'm saying. In retail, if you're good at it, you're part bartender, like psychologist.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like people will dump on you. Not dump on you, but they'll vent to you. Like I can't tell you how many people have come like crying to me about like their personal problems and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I'm some dude, like but I'll give them a hug. You know what I mean? If their dog is dying, I'll give them something.
I think it's easier.
I'm like, it's
for them to talk to somebody who's not in the circle. And they feel comfortable enough. They're like, this person seems nice. Let me kind of talk to them. Like, the other day I was at work,
and you're very approachable too. So you're not, you know what I mean?
I don't like being approachable.
It's too bad, buddy. Stop being so awesome.
It's hard to do that.
I know.
So the other day I had this younger girl. She was early 20s, came in, bought a pregnancy test at work. And I don't know what made me do it, but I asked her, I was like, is this for you or is this for somebody else? And I never asked that. It's not my place, not my business. And she kind of laughed. She's like, it's for me. So we get talking about it. And I told her how young I was when we had Haley and how I told my mom and whatnot. And how now she had a baby and how she told me and everything. And we got just chatting about it. And she was telling me about how she's not sure how she feels, this, that, and the other thing. And we were just talking in general. So by the end of the whole conversation, she goes, thanks for being here. Like, this really meant a lot to me. Like, I've been like racking my brain, like how to tell my parents, like if this comes out that I am pregnant and whatnot. And I was like, I'm just trying to help. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I was young too. Like it's one of those things.
And that's one of those things a lot of people wouldn't give a shit. A lot of people would be like, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Or they wouldn't care like you and I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's a testament to what a great person you are. And me by proxy. But you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
But
we won't end it till you pop on, I promise.
I think that's, because a lot of people would just write that up, especially Gen Zers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care.
I always felt like I belonged in Gen X more than I did in in the millennial generation. I feel like I have the best combination of both.
You do.
Like, I'm in that right bowl where I spend enough time with Gen Xers, and I grew up in the right time when like the millennial shit was just like booming. I fit perfectly. Like,
how you threw booming in there? I like that. That was funny. See,
like, I've always like felt out of place with the people in my own age bracket. Like, I'm always like, I don't feel like I belong with you guys. I feel like I should have been like 10 years before.
Yeah, well, you're an old soul. By the way, I have herpes, so now you have herpes. Oh, I don't really have herpes.
I still would have licked it.
Disturbing, and why you're my best friend.
If you can't make gay jokes to your best friend, are you really friends?
Nope.
No. Isn't that what you always say to me?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So,
I'm interested to hear about this war, and I'm guessing it's not Pepsi versus Coke. Or Mountain Dew versus Sun Drop or something like that. Oh wait, Sun Drop is more like 7-Up.
It'd be Mellow Yellow.
Mellow Yellow, yeah.
That's Coke's that's Coke's Mountain
That's
Dew.
Coke's Pepsi. What?
I mean, if it was a war against Coke and Pepsi, Coke would have already beat that.
Yeah,
Coke is so much better.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm a Coke guy.
Yeah, me too. Pepsi's too sweet. Pepsi's too sweet. I'm just not. I used to drink a lot of soda, and I stopped. Even now, when I drink one, I get fucking super wired. Like, so I have my one cup of Death Wish a day.
Yep.
And that's only the days that I work. So, like 4 days a week, I'll have Death Wish, and it's just the one. My little
the one Contigo
mug, in the morning. And then it's usually either just water or beer or like Snapple for dinner or something like that. If I'm having dinner, but every once in a while I'll grab Tui, let me grab a Coke or something like that. and I drink it, and I get like this wicked sugar rush, and I'm just like, holy moly.
Yeah, like normally for me, a day starts with water. I'll drink probably one of these a day, and then I'll switch to either a tea or a Coke, and then the rest of the night is beer.
You've seen my bed. You know how many fucking bottles of water I got next to that shit? I'm a big water guy at night. I get really dry mouth at night, so I always have a lot of bottled water sitting next to my bed, which is great.
And maybe it's just our age, but like when you wake up at like 2 a.m. and you're like, nothing tastes better than water. Like seriously, like you crack that open, you're like, oh, it's still cold, and you drink it.
Hey, Chantel, what's up, baby? How's it going? How you feeling?
Miss Chantel, we miss you.
That's right. We miss you, and we love you.
Well,
I love her more.
Yeah, let's say you love her more. I love her, but
yes,
you love her more.
That's my boo. But yeah, no, I but going back to the whole thing is, I think that's a credit to your personality when random customers come up to you.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, I think a lot of people just need somebody to listen to them.
Yeah,
and the fact that you don't write it off and you don't minimize their problems, and you actually instead of like, oh, that's terrible and stuff, you interact and you try to, have answers to some degree, or at least be a sympathetic ear.
Like, I had to work Father's Day on Sunday, and
fuck yeah, you are, Chantel.
It was just not a great day for me. Like, I was sad. Like, I couldn't talk to the girls because I was at work, and Danielle was so busy doing stuff. She had to work and whatnot. She kind of forgot everything. So then I texted him like, hey, did you grab this? Did you grab that? Because we were supposed to like cook and do that, and it didn't happen. So it was kind of a crapshoot of a day for me. Like, I was kind of in a funk. I'm ringing up this older guy and his wife, and we get talking. He's about probably the age of my grandfather was at the time. And we get talking about families and whatnot. He was telling me about how their kid is coming over. They're going to cook dinner and spend time together. And I was like, oh, that's so nice. I wish I could do that with my daughter. She has had my first grandbaby. It would be really nice to spend it with them. And he's like, oh, we don't have a grandbaby yet, but I guess there's something health-wise. It may never happen for them, for her, which made my heart sad. And him and I get talking a little bit more. And he goes, can I tell you something? I'm like, yeah, what? He goes, the most important thing in life is family. He goes, no matter what you do for your job, like whatever you do in life, like the most important thing that you always hold on to is family. Because they're the one thing that you always know you have. You can always count on them, and you always feel more deserving because of how great your family turns out. And that was like a fucking home run to my heart. Like instantly, I was like, all right, maybe my day isn't so shit.
That's what I'm saying, man.
It was just kind of nice. And it was one of those things, like, I didn't expect him to talk to me about these kind of things or open up to me about that.
Exactly.
And it meant a lot to me that he would talk to me about things going on in his life with his family and whatnot. He don't know me from Tom.
Yeah, but he took the time to talk to you. It was like,
so
it was that whole like father thing, and the family thing. I agree. What's up, Goats? How's it going, brother? No problem. Better late than never. Just like Chantel just got here, and there's a Haley. Speaking of better late than never.
Oh, look, we're not looking at the screen.
No, we're not. Hey, it's a little baby.
I think that's the same thing he was wearing last week too.
Oh,
I think that's what he was wearing last time.
MJ, what's up, little dog?
She looks so serious right now.
So, Haley, tell us about this.
I feel like I'm about to get yelled at.
About what? About what?
The war.
Oh, I don't know. I guess it's against Iran again and someone else. But I guess Trump said something about us helping the other people. But it'll be in the Middle East, is what they said.
Yeah, I think we were kind of talking about that earlier.
Yeah, we touched base on that a little bit earlier.
Andy's an awesome dude too. Much
Andy
love
is
to
an
Andy.
awesome dude.
Much love to Andy.
His son colored those.
I was wondering about that. I've always wondered about that. Oh, he's flying now. Look how tall he is.
So before I actually gave it a chance and restarted collecting wrestling figures, one of my friends would always give me ones that he replaced or whatnot. And I would always throw them back to Andy to give to his son. So I've been giving his son all these cool toys for about a year, maybe a year and a half now. And as a thank you, he colored those in for me. That's why they sit close to the door. So weirdly enough, I remember why I do the things that I do every day when I walk out of this room. I'm like, I didn't expect that. I did it because it was the right thing to do. It's nice to this kid. Look at that little baby face.
Look at that. Yeah. Hell yeah.
He's a Michelin man.
He's loving it. That's a happy dude. Aw. Yeah, so day after tomorrow we'll be there.
Haley and Matthias.
The other
They are the other dynamic duo.
or Dello, whatever I just said. I know I screwed it up. I know I screwed it up. I was like,
I like that she
There's
didn't
a lead
change
into
it from last week when I wrote my beautiful daughter underneath it. I
Yeah,
like that
man.
she left it.
look how smiley. Yeah. Boy, you got that smile on that laugh.
He a good boy.
Yeah, buddy.
Wait till he starts talking. He's gonna run the show all by
I
himself.
know.
He won't get a word in edgewise. He's like, Campy. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. You got the dancing in the background? Yeah.
You were a goofball kid.
He is cute as hell.
Still want to boop the nose. I say it every episode, but it wants to boop the nose.
Boop.
He's so serious.
He's like, what just happened?
I got you.
Oh, my boots on my nose.
He a good boy. I talk about him to everybody.
He's
Like-
good. He's
like-
freaking.
Like and anyone I could talk to about him, I'm like, I'm a grandpa. And I pull up my phone, I'm like, look at the pictures of my little grandbaby.
Yeah, he cute little guy.
I show him off to everybody.
Should.
Oh, you droolers.
So we're not so different. Yeah. Yeah, I poop my pants. Yeah, so we're
Only
in
the
the
cool
same
kids
boat.
do.
Yeah. All the cool kids poop their pants. Yeah. Salamary. Hey, you like that, huh, bud? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough. Whoa, when did you get so political, Matthias? That's a good point. I never thought of it like that.
I used to do that to Haley when she was a baby. She would do that. I'd be like, "Oh, really? Well, tell me more.
Yeah.
Oh, what did mom do to you? How did this happen?" And we would just go and we would go back and forth.
That's great. So what's your take on the situation, Matthias? What do you think about economics in America these days? Fair enough.
Maybe he can cameo in the next movie.
Maybe. Because then with Amazon, it'd be free shipping.
You're good.
Yeah, he doesn't like that idea, do you, buddy?
He's like, no, I don't want to be boxes.
No, you have to pay for me.
I mean, as a kid, you like to be in boxes, so he might enjoy it.
Where's Cody?
We're like small cats at that age. We like being
Oh,
in boxes.
like small. Yeah, that's fair. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we end this show tonight, we got one more day in New York. At 5 a.m., we'll be heading our asses to the airport tomorrow,
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, I'll let you know tomorrow what time we'll be by to grab you in the morning.
I'll probably be up and already waiting downstairs.
Fair enough. That's fine. Look at that little dude. Big little dude.
Haley's been very, very quiet since the beginning.
I know.
She got out what she wanted to say, and now no words.
That's fair.
And what a goof. But on that note, we will let everybody go to enjoy the rest of your Thursday. We got a nice little couple minutes with little MJ and Haley, which is always fun.
Thank you guys for stopping in.
And just think, kiddo, as you get bigger, mom can show you all these shows. Be like, look what you used to do when you was a baby. Just a little baby man. A little cute baby man.
He sure is.
But on that note, be kind to people because you don't know what's going on in their life. And your kindness might just change their day. As you've heard from me just talking about it. Like, that's all I do. Like, I told somebody that the other day. Like, I treat everyone the way I want to be treated. So I'm good to people because there's not a lot of good people left in the world.
They're
that are
out there.
actually good to people.
They're out there.
I know. It's hard to find them. They're very thin and in between.
Yep.
So just go out there and do nice things for people because one nice that's yours, kid. My bad.
I was gonna let it slide. You're good.
But no, just go out there and be kind to people because you just never know what your kindness will do for them and what kind of karma comes back around for you for being kind. So just do it. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. And it actually makes you feel good after you do it. So just be kind to people. On that note, we will see you guys next Thursday live from the rap party of the Anointed.
Bye. Keep the faith.